Lily had just finished her morning coffee when her phone buzzed with a message from her younger sister, Mia. The text made her stomach twist. It read, "Send me $5,000 for prom." Lily stared at the screen in disbelief, her fingers hovering over the keyboard. $5,000? For prom? She blinked, thinking she must be misunderstanding. She reread it. No, the number was clear. Her heart raced. Mia had always been a dreamer, full of energy and ambition, but this was different. Lily could hear her sister's voice in her head, demanding, urgent, like she was used to getting what she wanted without question. Lily leaned back in her chair, trying to calm the sudden surge of panic and irritation. This was not just a simple favor, this was an enormous sum. She knew she couldn't just give it away. Lily remembered when Mia was younger, running around with scraped knees and sticky fingers, dreaming of the little things in life. But this was not little anymore. $5,000 was not just for a dress or some fancy shoes, it was a symbol of expectations, of a world that demanded more than what either of them had. Lily felt a twinge of guilt. She loved Mia, but she also knew she couldn't just hand over that much money. She had her own responsibilities, her own bills, her own dreams. The sisters had always been close, sharing secrets and stories late at night. But lately, Lily had noticed a change. Mia was growing up, becoming more independent, but also more demanding, more impatient. Lily sighed and typed a simple reply, "Mia, you'll have to earn it yourself. I can't just give you $5,000. Her heart pounded as she sent it, unsure how Mia would react. Minutes passed like hours. Lily watched the phone, expecting an explosion of anger or tears, anything. Mia had always been dramatic, but Lily had never seen her face a refusal like this. She felt a mix of fear and curiosity. What would her sister do? Would she cry, yell, storm out? Would this change their relationship? Finally, a reply appeared, but it wasn't the reaction Lily had expected. Mia's words were short, sharp, almost hurt. "You don't care about me. You're mean." Lily's chest tightened. She had never intended to be mean. She had only wanted Mia to learn responsibility. But those words cut deep. Lily remembered all the times she had tried to protect her sister, all the sacrifices she had made, and yet it felt like none of it mattered. Lily rubbed her temples, trying to steady herself. She knew this was more than just a fight over money. It was about trust, about growing up, about boundaries. She remembered her own teenage years, the awkwardness, the uncertainty, the desire to have everything without understanding the work behind it. She wanted Mia to have dreams, but she also wanted her to understand the value of effort, of earning something on her own. As she sat there, Lily thought back to the countless moments she and Mia had shared. The sleepovers, the whispered secrets, the laughter, the tears. How could one message, one demand, create such a chasm between them? She felt a pang of sadness. She loved her sister dearly, but love sometimes meant saying no, even when it hurt. Suddenly, the house felt too quiet. Lily glanced out the window and saw Mia sitting on the front steps, phone in hand, scrolling, probably stewing over her reaction. The sight made Lily's heart ache. She wanted to reach out, to console her, but she also wanted to let Mia face the consequences of her request. This was a test, a moment that could teach Mia more than any lecture ever could. The suspense hung in the air, thick and heavy. Lily could feel the tension between them, like a storm about to break. Every tick of the clock amplified the uncertainty. What would happen next? How would Mia respond to the refusal? Would this demand for money destroy their bond, or would it lead to a moment of understanding and growth? As she sipped her now-cold coffee, Lily made a silent promise to herself. She would stand firm, but she would also be there for Mia, no matter what. She would watch, wait, and hope that her sister could rise to the challenge she had set before her. The story of this $5,000 prom request was just beginning, and Lily knew it would change both of them in ways neither could yet imagine. The morning sun streamed through the kitchen window as Lily tried to focus on her work, but her mind kept drifting back to Mia's request. She could still hear the words echoing in her head, $5,000 for prom. It wasn't just about the money anymore, it was about pride, independence, and understanding the value of hard work. Mia stormed into the kitchen, her backpack swinging wildly over one shoulder. "Lily, you don't get it. Prom is everything. All my friends are going, and I need to have the perfect dress and everything." Her voice was a mixture of frustration and desperation. Lily stood, trying to keep her voice calm. "I know prom is important, Mia. But $5,000 is too much for me to just give you. You have to find a way to earn it yourself." She watched her sister's face, noticing the disbelief and hurt in her eyes. Mia's hands flew to her hips. "Earn it? I don't even have a job. Why can't you just help me? You always have money, Lily. It's not fair." She pouted, and Lily felt a wave of guilt. She wanted to comfort her sister, to tell her it was okay, but she knew this was a lesson Mia needed to learn. The room was thick with tension. Lily took a deep breath. "I understand it feels unfair, Mia. But life doesn't just give us everything we want. Sometimes we have to work for it. I can't give you $5,000, but I can help you figure out ways to earn it if you're willing to try." Mia shook her head, her long hair falling over her eyes. "I can't believe you. You're just mean. You never understand me." She turned and slammed her bedroom door, the sound echoing through the house. Lily leaned against the counter, feeling her heart ache. She hated seeing her sister so upset, but she also knew giving in would only teach her the wrong lesson. After a few minutes, Lily heard the soft creak of the door opening again. Mia peeked out, her eyes glistening. "But, what if I try? Will you help me?" Lily smiled softly, her heart lifting slightly. "I'll help you, yes. But you have to put in the work. You have to show me you're serious." Mia nodded slowly, her anger fading, replaced by determination. The room seemed lighter, the tension easing, though a new challenge had just begun. Lily knew the next days would be difficult, that Mia would struggle and perhaps even fail, but she also knew this was a chance for her sister to grow. As Lily watched Mia leave the room, she thought about the lessons she herself had learned growing up, lessons of patience, responsibility, and perseverance. Now it was her turn to guide Mia through a similar journey. And though the conflict was painful, Lily couldn't help but feel proud. Mia was beginning to understand that life required effort, and Lily would be there to support her every step of the way. The conflict had not been resolved, but the first spark of understanding had ignited between them. And Lily knew that this struggle, though emotional and difficult, would bring them closer in the end, teaching them both the true meaning of determination, independence, and sisterly love. Mia stormed down the hallway, her footsteps heavy, slamming her bedroom door behind her. Lily felt her stomach twist, knowing that this moment could either break or strengthen their bond. The silence in the house was deafening, filled with the tension of unspoken words and raw emotions. From the other room, Lily could hear the faint sound of Mia's sobs, quiet but persistent. She knew her sister was hurt, angry, and confused. Lily's heart ached. She never wanted to see Mia cry, yet she also knew that giving in now would undo everything she was trying to teach her. She took a deep breath and walked slowly to the living room, trying to give Mia space while keeping herself close enough to offer comfort if needed. Lily remembered her own teenage years, the confusion, the frustration, and the intense desire to be understood. She realized that Mia wasn't just angry about the money, she was scared, afraid that her dreams were slipping away, and unsure if she could meet the expectations she had set for herself. Minutes passed, and Mia finally appeared in the doorway, her eyes red and glistening. "You don't care about me," she said, her voice shaking. "You're supposed to be my sister, and you're just making me feel like I'm not good enough." Lily knelt down to be at eye level with her sister. "Mia, I do care about you. More than anything. But sometimes caring means helping someone learn to stand on their own. I want you to achieve your dreams, and I know you can, but you have to put in the work yourself." Mia's lower lip trembled. "But it's so hard, Lily. I don't know if I can do it. I just wanted it to be easy." Lily reached out and gently held her sister's hand. "I know it feels impossible right now. But I'll be here with you. I'll help you figure out ways to earn the money, and I'll cheer for you every step of the way. You just have to try." A quiet moment passed between them, the tension still present but softened by Lily's words and the shared understanding that they were in this together. Mia sniffled and nodded, slowly absorbing what her sister had said. Lily realized that this reaction, though painful, was part of the process. Growth was rarely easy, and for Mia to learn responsibility, she had to face disappointment and challenge. As she watched her sister's face shift from anger to contemplation, Lily felt a mix of pride and relief. Mia was beginning to understand, even if only a little, that life wasn't always about instant gratification. The reaction had set the stage for the next chapter of their story, the part where determination and resourcefulness would be tested. And though Lily knew there would be more tears, more arguments, and more challenges, she also knew that this experience could ultimately bring them closer, building a foundation of trust, respect, and mutual support that would last far beyond prom night. Later that afternoon, Lily was sitting in the living room, trying to focus on her laptop, when she noticed movement outside the window. Curious, she stood and peered through the glass. To her astonishment, she saw Mia on the porch, carefully arranging a small table with handmade bracelets and necklaces. Her younger sister was trying to sell them, clearly putting effort into earning the money herself. Lily's heart leapt with a mixture of pride and surprise. She had expected anger, sulking, maybe even defeat, but this. Mia was determined. She had taken her refusal seriously, not as punishment, but as motivation. Lily felt a warm rush of emotion, watching her sister work with such focus and creativity. Mia's brow furrowed as she counted coins and notes that customers handed her, her small hands moving quickly, almost frantically. She wasn't just playing at earning the money, she was fully committed. Lily could see the fire in her eyes, a spark of determination that made her chest swell with pride. Lily quietly stepped outside and leaned against the porch railing, giving Mia space but wanting to witness the moment. She could feel a sense of awe building inside her. Her sister was growing up before her eyes, learning to face challenges, and taking responsibility in a way that Lily hadn't dared to hope for. As the day went on, neighbors and friends stopped by, intrigued by the display of handmade jewelry. Mia smiled nervously but confidently, explaining her work and trying to charm potential buyers. Each sale brought her closer to her goal, and each success seemed to build her confidence. Lily couldn't help but marvel at the transformation. Just hours ago, Mia had been shouting and frustrated, demanding what she wanted. Now she was determined, focused, and resourceful. It was a lesson in resilience and growth, one that made Lily's earlier decision feel even more justified, though still difficult. By the evening, Mia had made a significant portion of the money she needed for prom. She turned to Lily, a tired but proud smile on her face. "I did it, Lily. I really did it." Lily felt tears prick at her eyes. She walked over and hugged her sister tightly. "I knew you could, Mia. I'm so proud of you." This twist, seeing Mia take initiative and work for her dream, changed everything. It wasn't just about prom anymore, it was about growth, responsibility, and the unexpected strength that comes from facing challenges. Lily realized that sometimes, the hardest lessons brought the most rewarding moments. And in that quiet evening, surrounded by handmade jewelry and the faint hum of neighbors, she knew their bond had deepened, strengthened by the shared journey of learning and perseverance. The next morning, Lily and Mia sat at the kitchen table, sipping their coffee in a comfortable silence. The previous day's events still hung in the air, a mixture of exhaustion, triumph, and reflection. Both sisters seemed changed, having gone through a small but significant journey together. Lily looked at Mia, her younger sister's eyes bright with pride and a newfound sense of responsibility. "I'm really proud of you, Mia," she said softly. "You worked so hard for something you wanted. That takes courage and determination." Mia smiled shyly, a little embarrassed but happy. "Thanks, Lily. I guess. I didn't think I could do it at first. I thought you were just being mean. But now I understand. You wanted me to try, not just get the money handed to me." Lily nodded. "Exactly. I love you, and sometimes love means letting you struggle a little. So you can grow, so you can learn. You've learned a big lesson here about effort, responsibility, and believing in yourself." Mia leaned back in her chair, thinking, "I never realized it would feel so good to earn something on my own. It's different. I feel proud in a way I never have before. And I guess I understand you better now, too." Lily reached over and squeezed her sister's hand. "We both learned something. I learned that sometimes you have to trust your sister to rise to the challenge. And you learned that nothing worth having comes without effort. The room was quiet, filled with a sense of understanding and connection. Lily could see that Mia was more mature now, not just in her actions, but in her mindset. She had faced disappointment, worked through frustration, and discovered the value of perseverance. It was a lesson that would stay with her far beyond prom night. For Lily, the experience reinforced the importance of boundaries and guidance. She realized that love wasn't just about giving, it was also about teaching, supporting, and sometimes standing firm even when it was difficult. Seeing Mia's growth made all the tension and arguments worth it. By the time they finished their breakfast, both sisters felt a sense of peace and accomplishment. The conflict had been challenging, but it had strengthened their bond. They had faced a test together, and both had emerged stronger, wiser, and more connected than before. As they cleared the dishes, Lily thought about how life often presented lessons in unexpected ways. Prom had become more than just a party, it was a catalyst for growth, understanding, and the enduring power of sisterly love. The night of prom finally arrived. Lily watched from the living room as Mia got ready in her bedroom, adjusting her dress and smoothing her hair. There was a quiet confidence in her movements, a sense of pride that came from knowing she had earned this moment herself. When Mia emerged, the dress shimmered under the light, but it wasn't just the dress that made her glow, it was the sense of accomplishment and independence. Lily's heart swelled with emotion as she took in her sister, radiant and confident. "You look amazing, Mia," Lily said, her voice choked with pride. "I'm so proud of you." Mia smiled, a little shyly, but her eyes shone. "Thanks, Lily. I couldn't have done it without you, though. You believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself." They hugged, holding on a little longer than usual. The hug carried the weight of lessons learned, struggles overcome, and the unspoken promise of always being there for each other. Lily felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that the decision to let Mia earn her own money had led to this moment of growth and confidence. At prom, Mia walked in with her head held high, proud of what she had accomplished. She danced, laughed, and enjoyed the night, knowing that every dollar she had earned was a testament to her determination. Lily watched the photos later, smiling at the images of her sister shining bright, not because of the dress or the decorations, but because of the journey she had taken to get there. That night, Lily reflected on everything that had happened, the request, the conflict, the tears, and the twist that changed everything. She realized that sometimes the hardest lessons were also the most valuable, and that love often meant holding firm while guiding someone toward growth. Mia returned home the next morning, tired but exhilarated, and hugged Lily again. "Thank you for letting me do it on my own," she whispered. Lily hugged her back, feeling tears prick her eyes. "I'll always be here for you, Mia. I just wanted you to see how strong and capable you really are." The resolution wasn't just about prom, it was about responsibility, independence, and the enduring bond between sisters. And as Lily watched Mia drift off to sleep that night, she knew that this experience had not only shaped Mia but had also brought them closer together in ways they would carry for the rest of their lives.